minus x to the power of half up to the term in x cubed, stating the value for which the statement or the expansion is valid. Okay, I've left the formula from the previous question. Okay, it's easy for me to do. Okay, again, what I mentioned, the formula is given in your formula sheet. Okay, not to worry, but I would advise you to just to memorize, understand it, so that it's easy. Even if you when you practice, you don't always have to refer. Okay, that's my advice. Okay, let's move on. Now expand. So let's do this. So how do I expand this? Using the same formula. So 1 minus x to the power of half equals to, okay, I'll change the color. Okay, and this is equals to, so 1 stays, plus half, okay, and is half multiplied by negative x. Okay, not x, it's negative x. Remember, it takes the value of x. If it's x, you sub with x. If it's 2x, you sub with 2x. But this time it's negative x, you sub negative x inside, and then plus half n. Okay, this time is half minus 1, okay, over 2 factorial multiplied by negative x square plus half, okay, times by half minus 1 and half minus 2 bracket over 3 factorial multiplied by negative x cube plus dot dot dot. We don't have to expand anymore because the question only requires up to the term x cube. Okay, so now let's expand this, solve this. 1 plus, so sorry, it should not be plus, it should be negative minus. Okay, it should be minus. Why? Because it's negative x. So 1 minus x over 2 plus 1 over 4 x square, because negative x to the power of 2 square, so that's 2 factorial is 2, and then again, since it's cube, so it should be negative, so I'm going to write negative over here. So negative 1 over 2 multiplied by negative half, and then you times it by negative, so it should be all together, that's positive. These two multiply gives you positive, times by positive, and that's negative, so it should be negative. So it should be a half times by negative half is 1 over 8. 1 over 8 times by negative 3 over 2, or rather I'll write it 1 by 1. So it's 1 over 4 times negative 3 over 2. Okay, 1 over 4 is so it should be half times by, yeah, negative half, and that's negative 3 over 2, so it should be positive. Okay, and then gives you, oh, that should be negative, right? No, I'll just keep it as positive, and then later we can simplify. Okay, so positive, so that's 1 over 4 times by negative 3 over 2, so it should be negative, yep, yeah. Okay, so that's, so 1 over 2 times by negative 1 over 2 is negative 1 over 4, and that is negative x cubed, okay, over 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. Okay, so your next step should be 1 minus x over 2 plus 1 over 4 divided by 2, which is 1 over 8 x square, and that's negative, and times negative, which is positive. Positive times by negative is negative, and that is 3 over 48, because that's 6 8. Okay, so 3 over 48 x cubed, which I can simplify to 1 minus x over 2 plus 1 over 8 x square, and minus 1 over 16 x cubed plus dot dot dot. Okay, so now the question asks the value for which the expansion is valid. Okay, in this case it is negative x modulus less than 1, but you know negative x is basically x, so the statement is valid when it's x less than 1. And okay, the expansion is valid when expansion is valid and converges, okay, when modulus x is less than 1.